Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Kryptocraft with your host, Nighthawk. In case you're wondering where we're at, since if you look at the minimap, it doesn't look like we're anywhere close to anything, well, there's the Villager Rehabilitation Spa just outside. We are over here setting up the turtle to get busy again, because we haven't had him running in a while, and we're getting a little short on certain resources, especially things like diamonds and materials like that, so it's about time that we get started, or get the mining going again. Now, I'm using a new program that one of you guys sent to me, and we're going to see how well it does. I watched the video for it on the setup, and it looks pretty interesting, so we're going to give it a try. And it's the ore query program that's in there. So let's go ahead, and I keep trying to tab complete things and having no success whatsoever. So we need to give it a diameter, which is going to be how many blocks forward and to the right it will go. And because we don't have any GPS out in this area, this is way away from spawn right now. Since we don't have any GPS out here, we also need to give it the Y, and that is going to be 67. So we're going to try, let's try a, the video showed a speed run of an 8x8 area taking around 30 minutes or so. Set up exactly like what I have right now. So let's actually start it with, well, let's start it with our normal 20 by 20. And we said we're at 67. Let's double check. Yes, we are. So let's let it go and see what happens. Now this particular program digs straight down first. So you can see he's just heading straight to the bottom. And then what he does is once he gets to the bottom, he'll dig around and collect all of the materials, all the special materials from that layer. And whenever he fills up, which actually we can go down there after him as long as we are not in the way when he wants to come up. Whenever he is full, like right now, he's got tons of space left. We need to be a little careful here. Writing him down that way was not a bad thing, but we do have to be a little careful here. So you can see we got some cave systems here, and he's continuing to head on down. Now he's going to go forward 20 blocks where I'm looking and 20 blocks that way. So anything else that's down here over in this general area, we might as well grab, because he's not going to get that on this pass anyway. We may send him down more in this general area. We may move him a little bit more because it's going to be a little bit tougher to tell exactly where he has dug. Where? Oh, there you are. Geez, you're a persistent guy. You're a quick one, too. You need to die. I thought I heard another one there for a minute. Let's grab that shard. I'd like to get those V shards, but that's going to be a little bit trickier. I also made another portal that takes me pretty close to the villager spa. It's just outside that area. But let's go back down here and see how our friend is doing. Looks like he hit bedrock, so if we come down here, you guys are not going to be able to see a thing, and neither can I, because it is dark. So let's go back up to the surface. I'm going to wait for him to finish at least one pass, just so that I can make sure that everything is working. Whoops. Let's not close him in. He should break that anyway, but no sense in giving him more work to do. So yeah, I've got a portal right here. Our villager rehabilitation spa is right over here. Let's Took a look at it on the way over, and it looks like everybody is doing quite well. We've got a pretty good population going here. If we ever need villager trades, then look at all the kids. Look at all the babies. Yeah, if we ever need to do any trades, like some apiary stuff, we can come and get villagers from here and either just trade with them here or take them back to our area that we're working in. But yeah, it was definitely time to get some mining going again. And I'm told that this program is significantly faster than the regular program that I've been using. Let's actually bump this up to 4 chunks. I think that's enough. 5. Why not? But I'm told that this program is significantly faster because it doesn't actually mine. It doesn't actually mine every single block like the program that I've been using does. What it will do is it starts at the very bottom, like I said, and then it will, once it clears out that layer, that bottom layer of everything valuable, then it will start coming back up to the surface, and it will mine every 3rd layer. So if we look at it this way, if it, so we see 3 layers here. If it just finished mining this layer right here, that's at the bottom there, it would come up and start mining this layer as the next layer that it would mine. And it will do that the whole way up. So that means that it's only actually mining out a 1/3 of the blocks. And it also has a filter so that it doesn't mine all of the dirt and stone. It only mines out 1 layer, or every 3rd layer is what it mines of those blocks, and it will get everything on the ceiling and floor that is not one of those blocks. So should be a good bit quicker when all is said and done. And the only downside to it really is that it's going to be a little bit trickier to tell exactly where it's done its job, because I don't know if it will actually mine out this surface layer if it doesn't happen to be on one of the layers that it would mine normally. So we might not actually see that it has done anything in this area unless we actually knew what was there. So he's going to do a bit of work. I'm going to watch for him to come back up, and I'll see you guys in a moment. And we're back. As you can see, I added a computer with a modem on here. The mining program will actually broadcast certain status messages, like in this case, it broadcast a message saying that it was mining on layer 8. That means that it's actually done with the very bottom layer, right by the bedrock. You can hear skeleton dying up there. I did have to actually restart it. I actually put in the wrong coordinate for the Y coordinate. I was actually off by 1. I told it 67, which is what is in the Y coordinate here, but that's the Y coordinate at the head, not at my feet where the turtle was. And he went down here, way down here at the bottom. And we're going to go down here really quick and take a look. But yeah, he went down here and he got stuck just like right here. He got, well, no, actually it was right here. He got stuck. He got to this point, kept trying to move, and then turned around and got stuck right here. So basically off by 1. And you can see right now he's cleared out a pretty good chunk of layer 2, of the second layer he's mining. It's hard to actually get a good visual here. But yeah, he's... I know what we can do. We can just go like... bonk. There we go. Now we can see what's going on. But yeah, you can see he's cleared out a pretty good chunk of area down here. It's a little dark, I know. There's lava to light things up a reasonable amount. But yeah, he's moving along pretty quick. There's our friend right there. And clearing out, you can See, there's a couple of holes in the ceiling where he picked up stuff off of the ceiling. Hole in the floor, a couple of spots. But he's not picking up all of this extra dirt and stone that we have no need for whatsoever. We have so much, it's not even funny. So, I'm going to let him do his little job there and collect as much of this stuff on this layer as we can. I can't do anything about him. And I don't have a water bucket to get over there very easily. So let's cruise on by. Make this semi-safe. Actually, he should... No, that's still outside of his collection range. Yikes! This could be bad. Let's at least try to get back where we can get stuff. Whew, that was close. Right, so that's how not to collect resources, which would be getting dunked in the lava by a spider. Not recommended. So our turtle should be coming back up here again in a moment, I think. I'm not sure how full he is. He's not going to fill up quite as quickly now that he is into the layer by layer mining that he's doing. Because he's only picking up about, he's picking up, 400 blocks guaranteed. Oh, there he is, right there. So we can see he is still on layer 8. And I'll be moving all of this stuff around as needed. Take a look and see what he's got. He's got some more nickelite, some ferrous ore, that's good. And yeah, he's gonna just keep on doing his thing. We're gonna leave him, let him be. And the next one that we put, that we set up, and I may actually go, I think I'll probably go back and pick up another turtle. I think, I'm not positive, I think I can get another turtle going with, I think I've got enough diamonds to get another one going. And if I can, then I can set up a second turtle in the same spot and give him a bigger area to mine out. So, anyway, I'm going to go get another turtle going. We're going to see what we can do with 2 turtles going. Should make things a bit faster. And I'll be back in a bit. Okay, we are back over in more familiar territory now. I have added a few apiaries. Still working on getting enough aloe berry parts to make any of the aloe berries. The first one that I make is probably going to be used for genetic purposes and breeding bees and trying to get to different various types of bees. I have made a fair bit of progress lately. I've got the rusty bees, I've got a variety of bees in that area. I'm working on getting fossilized bees that will help me get to bees that make steel, which will be quite useful. And I've started putting together some of the parts, well, not really putting together much, but started collecting the parts that we're going to need to make our automation work. So what I've got right now is we've got some autocate gates, I've got the materials to make some void pipes, and the idea is going to be that we start by eventually this will be replaced with a item tesseract, and we'll base all of the processing in for the combs themselves right here, and then dispatch various products out to various processed bee products out to various areas. Like we'll send the we'll either send oil or fuel out. or we'll send the oily propolis over to the factory for processing. And you can see we're actually very slowly going down here. I did earlier when I started recording, or not when I started recording, when I was working on things, it was the steam boiler was turned off and the fuel was pretty close to the top here. In fact, actually, it was maxed out when I got on this morning. This morning it would be Saturday morning when I'm processing, or when I'm prepping and recording right now for this episode. But yeah, it was all the way up to the top, and all of the fuel was backlogged into the system, and we had some extra oily propolis backed up. So it's actually lasted pretty well. It's not quite a complete supply yet. Still have a few tweaks to do to get that going, I think. But I think if we put the bees into the aloe-berries, I think they get a slight production bonus, which might help things a little bit. I'm not entirely sure on that. The other thing that we can do is we could also start processing the other honeycombs that we have for the biofuel, and we can actually set this up with a dual fuel production, or dual fuel power system, and just set up a couple of tanks back here that we just process the various components into, and then we can power it with whatever we have available. So if the regular fuel runs out, then biofuel would start going into it, and we could actually just have the pipes connected all the time, and when one fuel runs out, it would just start using the other. So that's and then also once it's running on the other fuel, then like if it's running on biofuel, then the regular fuel can build up, and when it's running on regular fuel, the biofuel would build up, so it would basically replenish itself at that point. So I think that's what we're going to end up with in the long term. Before we get there, though, we need to start processing some of this stuff and get a way to either send the propolis back. We might even just void pipe the propolis, to be honest, and because we really don't have a good use for all of this propolis. We have a ton of it already, just from all of the other bee products. I guess maybe we can grab some extra, but we really don't need all of it. I mean, the only thing we really need it for, that I know of, honestly, is making... Let's look at usages here. We can make slime balls, and we could also make this bituminous peat, but really the main thing we need it for is making the apiarist pipes. I suppose we could make it, use it for making letters if we get that. And I guess we do need it for stained glass if we decide to make stained glass at some point. But, or I guess we could turn it into rubber too. So maybe we do want to process that into storage at some point. I thought I put mossy comb, or stringy combs in there. Or silky combs, rather. Let's check our... Yeah, they need to go. I need to actually get more of these apiaries automated, because right now most of them are just in manual mode. In fact, all of them on this side are manual. The only ones that are automated is the oil production line. But I talked about this a little bit on the last episode. I haven't started cutting it out, but I just keep in memory. Once we start getting the aloe-berries going, we are going to start cutting into this hillside and making our putting all of our aloe-berries in the hillside, and have a nice network of tunnels going. So yeah, what we need to do, we've got the void pipes. Let's see if we can start setting up some of these. We need... I know I have some diamond pipes in here. Some diamond pipes, some wooden pipes. The emerald pipes really don't help us out much. Unfortunately, if the item that you want is not the first item, they don't seem to work. And we'll probably need at least, in the long term, we'll probably need more diamond pipes as well. Now what we'll do is we'll set that there. I'd rather that not go into the floor quite like that. I guess maybe I'll do the void pipe on top. I was going to put the void pipe there, but I guess we'll put that going up. And what that's going to do is, this is going to be honeycombs coming in. So let's put a gate on here. And we're just going to tell this to, if there's items in this inventory, then just pulse energy. So it won't go all the time, but if there's something in here... Whoops. I should have just done the shift whatever trick to take that off, but there we go. First of all, let's make sure that nothing important goes up there. So that's going to pull the sticks out, and it should just spit them on the floor somewhere. Yep, there we go. But if we stick a carrot in here, it should go up into this void pipe. And the void pipe is, all it's going to do is just make items disappear. Now, the main reason that we're doing this is there are certain types of honeycombs that we really don't care about their output. So let's look at the usage on the parched combs. They make beeswax and honey, so we can keep those. I think these make the same. But there's combs like, oh, I don't know which ones in particular. And we may not even need to process these all the time either. We might, like, split it so that one goes up and one goes through or something. I'm not sure yet. But basically, this will be anything that we don't want that's coming in. We'll explicitly tell to go into the void pipe. And then everything else will need to go into a centrifuge. And for the moment, I'm just going to grab this centrifuge. And I want to give it some room. So do I have any stone pipes? I should have. Whoa, look at all those diamond pipes. Stone or cobblestone pipes. I bet they are in the backpack. Because that's the likely place I would put them. Yep, there they are. Don't have a lot of them, but we can make more if we end up needing them. So we're going to come off this direction. And we're going to put a centrifuge here. Now, I'm not trying to make this compact or anything of that nature. I don't care if it takes up a lot of room. What I'm looking for in setting this up is more that it's easy to figure out what is going on. I don't want to make it overly complicated to work on it. Oops. So that's the whole idea that I'm going with here. It can take up as much room as it needs. We've got plenty of room up there. And excuse me. We've got plenty of room up on the ceiling, or up on the main floor, and we got plenty of room on the ceiling to run all of the power and associated items. So there we go, that's powered. Now all we need to do is provide a output from here. And I think, let's see, we are going to have a couple of things that happen here. So from here, this it can do a few things. It can go from this first centrifuge, it could be something that needs to be centrifuged again, or it could be something that is a final end product, like the beeswax, or, like the beeswax. The honey drops are another intermediate product that needs to go to a squeezer. And we also need to actually set up a big tank for honey and some of the other products like that. And those might be... we might set up a liquids room. In fact, we have a spot at the factory that we were planning on using for liquids. Now, the only drawback to moving stuff like honey and seed oil in particular over to the factory is we'd have to have liquid test racks bringing it back here, which is not exactly ideal. It would work okay, but it's not exactly what we want to do. So let's just test out what we have so far. So if we put these ancient combs in here, they should all just go straight into the centrifuge. And the centrifuge should start working and give us the wax and honey drops. There it goes. Look at all those honeycombs. Ooh, one thing... this might not work exactly like I have it, come to think of it. What we need here is this... whoa. I was trying to point. This first wooden transport pipe probably needs to have an iron AND gate on it. And yeah, it probably needs to have an AND gate. And this will need to have a gate on it that is connected to red wire, the red pipe wire, to tell this one not to pump things out if his inventory is full. Or we need to stick a buffer here. That's probably a better idea. These are not too hard to make. Let's see if we have any iron fences hanging around. We do. And 4 wood. Let's put one of those in and see what we can do here. Oops, like so? No. There we go. Let's break that. Let's put the buffer this way. Is that right? Or does it need to go the other way? Well, let's first grab some more combs. Let's take the combs out of here. And first let's put one comb in and make sure that it gets through. And I may need a relay, not a buffer. I'm not sure. Okay, so it went in there, but is not going through. Is this something I can turn with the screwdriver? I don't remember if this is red power or not. There we go. You still did not go. Let's try one more time with it pointing this way. And if it doesn't work this way, then what we actually needed was a relay. So there it went into the buffer and is sitting there. Right, so that's not what we need. What we need is a relay. And that takes a buffer, a transposer, and a red-doped wafer. So we're going to have to go do some work at the factory to get that. I'm going to do a little bit more work on this off camera and try to get the at least the basic first tier, if you will, processing line going, just so that we have something to experiment with. Oops, that can't be centrifuged, neither can this sword. So yeah, I'm going to try and get the first tier going, and we'll take a look at that next episode. I know I'm spending a lot of time on the bees, but I have to say I didn't like the bees before, but I am liking all of the stuff that you can do with them now. And I think a lot of that is because of the genetic machines that actually make it not necessarily easier, but to get some of the mutations, but it takes less guesswork. Bauxite, resilient. I don't think I got what I wanted. I'm still trying to get a tarnished bee, and that will round out the resilient and diligent breeding that I'm trying to do. But anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great night. Bye.